Thanks for watching County Report this week. I'm Susan Kennedy. We begin this time with a report that takes a look at the county's economic development incentive programs. The targeted tax incentives and financing programs will help businesses stimulate growth and create new jobs.
Well, I think the good thing about the report is it tells us that Montgomery County's practices devoted to attracting and retaining businesses and jobs meets standard business practices throughout the country. We always wonder, are we doing it the right way? Does anybody have a better idea? How do we keep those jobs in the county? How do we attract new good jobs here? And that's what the report says. You know, we're in line pretty much with what other communities do, and these are tested approaches to addressing this issue.
When you think of the Washingtonian Center in Gaithersburg, you probably think about shopping, dining, and going to the movies. Well, beginning this month, you can also visit your local congressman. MyMCMedia's Sonia Burke reports. Sonia?
Who doesn't like to let their elected officials know how they feel about a particular issue or concern? Now residents of the 6th District can contact Congressman John Delaney right here at his new Gaithersburg office.
This is the first time in the history of Gaithersburg, and we've only been here since 1878, that we have ever had a congressional office in the city of Gaithersburg.
Mayor Sidney Katz presented the congressman with a proclamation at the grand opening celebration in the 3rd floor offices of the 9801 Washingtonian Boulevard building. Also attending the event, other elected officials, family, friends, and 6th District residents.
Decided I'd come out and meet my new congressman in this new congressional district.
And this is a big part of his district, and it's great that he's got something that's very convenient for his constituents in Montgomery County to come to as a district office. It's a great location, great visibility.
We want to see our congressman, and it's easier for us.
I'm so excited that the congressman chose Gaithersburg to have his office because it's a perfect opportunity to really establish constituent services.
Congressman Delaney said he picked the Gaithersburg location because it's centrally located and convenient to mass transit. He said constituent services are his top priority.
It's one of my main responsibilities, and in a world where things move slowly, which they do on the larger policy matters on the Hill, we get a lot of gratification from making a difference in people's lives on some of the smaller matters.
We asked the congressman how he likes his new job and if he's been surprised by anything in his new position.
I've really loved it. The people are great, the issues are fascinating, they're important, so I can work about the issues that I really care about, which is helping working families. I'm probably surprised with the opportunities to make a difference.
The man is brilliant and creative, and we need people like him on the Hill.
We hope to be in Gaithersburg for a very, very, very long time.
And we hope you are,
assuming you'll continue to have that.
In Gaithersburg, for County Report this week, I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
For the 4th consecutive year, the Montgomery County Office of Human Rights is hosting a civil rights historic bus tour that retraces the steps of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and other civil rights heroes. Lorna Virgili talked with the man who organizes the civil rights educational tour that is scheduled for the week of spring break. Lorna?
Susan, the bus will depart from here from the Rockville Library on Monday, March 25th at 5:30 in the morning. There is still available space on the bus that will travel through 5 states in 6 days. As he speaks about the Freedom Tour and its 8 stops, Jim Stowe gets passionate and emotional. He is the director of the county's Office of Human Rights, and for the past 4 years, he's been taking county residents to experience firsthand the history behind the civil rights movement.
What you're going to experience is an educational experience from the very beginning. We'll be going down from stop to stop along the way. As it turns out, we'll be going some 2,300 miles when it's all said and done to really take a look at the civil rights movement in the front chair. And so you get a chance then to be able to kind of see it at that perspective.
The first stop is in Greensboro, North Carolina, followed by Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia, of course, is the site of Dr. King's birthplace, also the church where he co-pastored with his father, Ebenezer Baptist Church, and also the Park Service has also a museum there that also chronicles much of the civil rights movement as well. And so I think it's so important that people know that, and also the Center for Nonviolent Social Change.
Then to Birmingham, Montgomery, Selma, and Tuskegee in Alabama, Memphis, Tennessee, and the last stop in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Education from the very time we step onto the bus to the time, in fact, we exit the bus. Along the way, we'll be looking at documentaries, and as a fact, we have also partnered with the library system here in Montgomery County. There'll be a reading list available to those who go along with us to read up beforehand about what they're going to see and where they're going to be visiting and so forth. So they'll be real clear about the importance of those actual stops along the way.
For more information or to register for the tour, call 240-777-8479. In Rockville, for County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
In recognition of National Teen Dating Violence Awareness and Prevention Month, the county's police department is organizing the Choose Respect Conference for students grades 6 through 12. The event is geared to assist youth in promoting respect in dating relationships.
This conference will help and will guide parents and students to choose respect, meaning choose respect when who you date, with your parents, with yourself. They have been many problems in the community in reference to domestic violence, in reference to texting, the use of the computers, and sometimes the parents are not informed what to do if your son runs away, what to do if your son or your daughter is victim of domestic violence, what to do if your son or your daughter is being threatened by a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So this conference will give the parents tools necessary to help their children, to guide them so they can learn what to do when these issues are coming up and what to do when these issues are happening.
For thousands of people who live in Montgomery County, the need or choice to rent their homes is an important part of their quality of life. In light of this, Montgomery County's Tenant Work Group was formed to look out for the best interests of renters throughout our region. Members of the Council's Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee met recently to discuss some of those recommendations the group is proposing.
Well, why don't we, I'm glad to hear that. You know, the information that we've received is that there are improvements that need to be made. Those conversations are continuing now between the Department of Health and Housing and Community Affairs and the Tenants Work Group and the business owners who operate these buildings. So, you know, I'm not sure everybody's happy at this stage of the game, but the information that we have to date reflects that rents are indeed increasing, but pretty much within the guidelines. There are situations that are not appropriate, and those are things that are being looked into.
I do think there's merit in doing something rather than waiting for a crisis to occur. And then I think there's an understanding that some of what's happening to the tenant community is like not either not fair or not good. I think there's an increasing realization that tenants are like 1/3 of the people who live in the county. And I have to say, I mean, I own a home, but they're like really two different worlds. There are people who know where they're sleeping every night because you got a mortgage and this is your house and you're permanent, and there are people who have no security about where they're going to be. And, you know, we're dealing with issues where people are afraid to raise concerns about the quality of their housing because they're afraid if they raise a concern, they're going to lose their housing. And nobody should have to live like that.
The Tenants Work Group is proposing a wide array of policy as it relates to renters. One includes publicizing landlords who raise rents above the county's voluntary rent increase guideline. Councilmember Mark Elbridge says he wants to take that proposal one step further by placing a cap on how much landlords can raise their rents above that number without justification.
You know, it's one thing if it means that you can't buy the best stereo system because you're priced out of the market of buying, you know, the stereo I want. But it's different when you're priced out of having decent housing. Housing is, you know, you don't live without it. It's not an option in somebody's budget. You don't say, well, I'll skip housing this month. This is something you've got to do. And so I think occasionally there's a role for the government.
Still to come on County Report this week, more good news of success in Montgomery County Public Schools and how the County Council is working to protect our tree canopy. Stay with us.
Are you sure they can recycle us, Clamshell?
Hey, Dome, we're on a new recycling postcard.
I can't wait to make a new start. Maybe I'll be a red carpet at a big premiere.
And I'll get to paint the White House.
Shh, here he comes. Now you can recycle more plastics in Montgomery County, including #1 PET plastics such as clamshells, deli containers, trays, lids, domes, and cups. We're in! For more information on recycling, contact the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311. The wait is over. Recycle more plastics today.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls: 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
If it wasn't for his doctor, he wouldn't be here.
If it weren't for Montgomery County Fire and Rescue, he wouldn't be here.
If it wasn't for the phone call, we wouldn't have been there.
If I didn't call, I don't know where we would be.
Montgomery County emergency responders are there when you need help at no cost to you. In an emergency, don't ever hesitate to call 911. If you live in Montgomery County, you will never get a bill or pay a dime.
So if you have an emergency, call us. We're there for you.
Welcome back to County Report. Montgomery County Police are warning residents of a phone scam that's turning up throughout the county. Officer Rebecca Innocenti is here to tell us more about this scam. Officer, what can you tell us is happening here?
Thank you, Susan. Since February 20th, the Montgomery County Police Department has received at least 5 reported incidents of these telephone scams throughout the county. They do appear to be random. The scammers are just calling anybody who's willing to pick up the phone. These phone calls are related in that they're coming from the same telephone number. And although the phone number appears to be a local number, scammers use a technique called spoofing, in which they manipulate your caller ID into believing that it's a local number, when in actuality, in this case, the calls are coming from outside of the country. These scammers are calling you and telling you that a loved one, someone you know and care about, is in some type of trouble. And that trouble can vary. They'll tell you that your loved one is in an accident and is being held for ransom until you wire them money electronically. Or they'll tell you that a loved one has been kidnapped and they demand money. Or in one case, a scammer told a caller that their loved one had been shot and demanded money. Again, so there are a couple tips that you can keep in mind if you receive one of these calls. First and foremost, do not send money to anybody until you can verify the information that they're giving to you. So when someone calls you, make sure you slow down. These scammers want to create a sense of urgency. You need to ask them for their contact name, their number, and tell them you'll call them back once you can verify information. Once you hang up the phone, immediately call police, and then you can work on calling your loved one and making sure they're okay. Again, scammers are great at this. It's a job and they do it every day. They're going to try to get information from you without you even knowing it. For example, one of the scammers called a caller and said, "Do you have a brother?" And when she said yes, the scammer said, "Your brother's in trouble." Again, this victim gave up the information that she had a brother, and the scammer used it to their advantage. So the most important things to remember are: do not send money to anybody electronically until you can verify information, and also call police immediately if you think you've been a victim of these telephone scams.
All right, very good information. Thank you so much, Officer Rebecca Innocenti, Montgomery County Police. Montgomery County Public Schools continues a recent trend of success on advanced placement exams. MCPS TV has the story.
The one you could see through was the easier one.
The advanced placement or AP scores are in, and more than 52% of graduates from the MCPS class of 2012 earned a college-ready score on at least one AP exam. That's an increase of nearly 3 percentage points and is practically twice the rate of the state of Maryland and nearly 3 times the rate for students nationally. Across the district, more than 2/3 of MCPS graduates took at least one AP exam, an all-time record. AP performance improved for all students. In MCPS, more than 23% of African American graduates and more than 38% of Hispanic graduates earned a college-ready score on at least one exam. Over the past 10 years, these percentages have doubled for both African American and Hispanic students.
This is a great credit, really, to our students, to our staff, to our leaders, our community members across the system, and really a testament to their hard work.
14 MCPS schools saw increases in both the percentage of graduates taking at least one AP exam and scoring a 3 or higher on one exam. One of those schools was Wheaton High School, where AP participation among the school's 2012 graduates grew by more than 12 percentage points, and the percentage earning a score of 3 or higher on an exam grew by more than 6 points.
I think the success here at Wheaton for our advanced placement scores is because the teachers really take it as a personal investment to develop AP students.
Staff attribute the success at the school to ensuring that there's greater participation across the board.
There's a lot more one-on-one attention and a lot more respect, relationship, engagement that goes on between the teaching staff, the administrative staff, the other staff in the building, and the students.
By taking AP classes, I've learned a lot of important skills like working under pressure, critical thinking, and writing skills.
And it's a good challenge so that you can show colleges that you're not afraid to take rigorous and challenging courses.
The students also know that their teachers, counselors, and administrators will provide them with the support they need to succeed in AP classes.
You know, to have the teachers give their all every single day sends chills up my spine, and I couldn't ask for a better school than Wheaton High School.
In other news, discussion on a proposed bill that deals with the county's tree canopy. The measure calls for fee requirements when trees are disturbed due to development. Those fees would be used to plant trees in other areas of the county. Councilmember Roger Berliner explained the complexities of this legislation.
And what we've seen, particularly in the down county and the communities that I represent, is that when they do infill development on small lots, trees are often taken down. And so we're losing some of our canopy in our down county. And the county executive's fundamental proposition is that if you're going to take down trees, then you ought to pay a fee into a fund that would allow us to mitigate partially, not fully, what you have taken down, and so that we can plant more trees, either on site or near the neighborhood or etc.
Up next on County Report, some Montgomery County companies are making their mark in the business world. And the Bethesda Blues and Jazz Club is coming back to life. We'll have those stories and more when County Report this week continues.
There's a reason why area law enforcement are out enforcing pedestrian and traffic safety laws and preventing killer pedestrian crashes. Be alert. Be street smart.
Welcome back to County Report. 20 companies across Maryland have made this year's Inc. 500 list of the fastest growing firms in the country, and 10 of those are headquartered right here in Montgomery County. Councilmember Nancy Florine took time to recognize these businesses for their exclusive ranking.
And whereas the businesses, which represent a wide variety of industries, including energy, marketing, technology, and health, earn their rankings based on 3-year revenue growth rates from 2008 to 2011, as you know, the tough times. And whereas 2 of the 10 companies are part of Montgomery County's Business Innovation Network, which helps growing companies realize their potential with the help of 5 business incubation centers that offer office and lab space, as well as business support services to emerging technology, life sciences, and professional services companies.
Montgomery College has a new online search tool that helps students better deal with concerns about their careers while aiding them in finding just the right job opportunities throughout the area. Danielle Stesky has the details.
Juan Serrano is an MEC student who works full-time as a customer service representative for MEC's Workforce Development and Continuing Education Program, or WDCE. His major at MEC is business, but he'll be transferring to UMUC to earn a bachelor's degree in accounting. Not so long ago, he found out about the Career Coach online search tool.
And to me, it's an excellent tool. I went straight ahead and looked for information about my career.
The Career Coach is an online search tool that can help anyone to explore over 800 different careers, all within a 100-mile radius from the college.
It's a valuable tool because you can immediately see, are there jobs in the area related to the area of study I'm considering going into at Montgomery College. You can see projected growth in those areas, wages, and you can see real jobs located throughout the area.
Kenneth Nelson is the Director of Business and Community for WDC. He says that the Career Coach can help students remove any doubts about what their goals are and how they can achieve them.
Some students will be able to look at that particular tool, find out not only that they have the job that they're seeking is one job, but they're also going to see other job opportunities. And when they look at those other job opportunities, it really gives them a lot of hope and energy to continue with their studies and to do well on the jobs that they will get.
Career Coach gives you information about jobs in our area.
Emily Ludke is a transition support teacher for Montgomery County Public Schools, which has a partnership with Montgomery College. She has used the Career Coach search tool with her class and feels that the best thing about the Career Coach is accessing information about a variety of careers which are not always related to a 4-year degree.
But also programs that require only a little bit of vocational training, and they directly link it to what's available here at Montgomery College.
To use the Career Coach online search tool, go to the Montgomery College webpage. Click on Counseling and Advising. Under Counseling, choose Career Counseling, and then under Career Exploration, choose Career Coach. Then click on Go to Career Coach. For County Report this week, in Tacoma Park, I'm Danielle Stesky.
The historic Bethesda Theater, built in 1938 and considered one of the era's Art Deco cinema palaces, is coming back to life this month as the Bethesda Blues and Supper Club. After a multi-million-dollar renovation, the new Supper Club opens this month and will feature not only blues and jazz, but leading pop, country, and comedy artists. Montgomery County resident and club proprietor Rick Brown said it's been his dream to bring music to this venue.
It is a special property. This block is the former home of Gifford's Ice Cream, the Hot Shops. There's a lot of memories for a lot of people over the past 60, 70, 80 years of this neighborhood. This year we will celebrate our 75th anniversary of this theater. It was opened in 1938, and we're really proud to bring it back to life at this time. So we're welcoming all our friends and family to come and visit us.
The club is located at 7719 Wisconsin Avenue, adjacent to the Cheltenham Garage County parking lot and near the Bethesda Metro. Tickets are going fast for the March 8th and 9th performance of Potomac native and rising country star Maggie Rose. For more information, visit this website. Montgomery County's Department of Environmental Protection and the Washington Suburban Sanitary Commission are sponsoring a free summit to educate residents about how they can help protect and improve water quality. The H2O Summit will be held on Saturday, March 16th at the Boer Park Activity Center in Gaithersburg. Activities will be offered by local organizations and green businesses to highlight the importance of maintaining water quality and sustaining the environment. To register for this event, visit this website. Up next, some future Picassos show off their work at an annual Rockville art show. We'll tell you more right after this short break. Stay with us.
With winter weather causing all kinds of issues, now's the time to sign up for MC Alert. Receive college closing, delay, and emergency information via text message and email. The service also sends important information about Montgomery County weather and traffic events. The new Science Center on MC's Rockville campus has been recognized by the U.S. Green Building Council as one of the most significant leadership in energy and environmental design certified projects of the year. MC's construction management team placed third in the National Association of Home Builders Residential Construction Competition in the two-year college category. Competing against more than 50 teams, the students solved real-life construction management problems for a panel of residential construction industry experts.
Welcome back. Painters, sculptors, sketchers, and photographers dropped off their masterpieces at the annual Rockville Student Art Show last week at Glenview Mansion. It's a chance for students in grades kindergarten through 12 to show off their artwork in any medium. Our Rockville 11's Isaac Asari was on hand to talk to some of the artists.
Well, I paint like about once or twice a week, and I like painting because it's really relaxing. It's like a break from school, you know, something I can clear my mind with.
I like it because it's a stress reliever, one, and it's a hobby to me.
I make it in art class, and I dig it step by step, and get patterns and watercolors. Well, last year I painted a flower, rainbow, and today I painted this.
I feel like I have a lot going on in my head, and I would never be able to focus in life if I didn't get it out somewhere, if I didn't find an outlet for that.
I think that what impresses me the most is that the ability of the students, given the opportunity and the time and the patience and the mentoring, our students have created some of the most amazing pieces, which I find impressive, as well as their parents and other people. When they look at their work, they find it hard to believe that students of a certain age are able to create pieces that look of this quality.
You should definitely try painting. Like, even if you're just starting out, you know, painting is really quick to learn, and it's a different way to express yourself. It's a great relaxation, like a relaxing hobby to do. Like, it's for everybody.
In our Pet of the Week segment, Kathy Stanhope has a four-legged friend named Susie who's looking for a new home.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope at the Montgomery County Humane Society, and I am looking for someone with a big heart for this week's Pet of the Week. This is Susie. Susie came in as a stray, and as you can see, she might have what can be described as a face only a mother can love, because Susie came in dire straits. She was matted, she was just filthy, and she also had a badly infected eye. And as you can see, it cost her her eye. She was in a lot of pain when she came in. They had to operate, they took out the eye. She has recovered beautifully. She's not looking like a beauty queen right now, but she's very well adjusted. She has adapted to life here fairly well, and so she would adjust to life in a really nice home even faster. She is a cuddle bug. This dog wants nothing more than to sit on a lap. She likes to cuddle, she likes to give kisses. She's probably a senior citizen. We think she's about 10 to 12, but a dog this size can easily live to be 17, 18, 19, even 20. And I think this dog will do it because she's got a lot of internal strength and a lot of love. She's just the sweetest little thing. Come on down to the shelter and meet Susie, because she really is looking for a very special home. And open up your heart and consider taking her in. Because like I said, she's not a big beauty queen, but she's a sweet, sweet dog. I'd like to tell you about a special event we're going to have. It's called St. Patrick's Day, in honor of St. Patrick's Day. And it's going to be at Dogtopia at White Flint in Rockville. It's Thursday, March 14th, 6 to 8 p.m., and it's benefiting the homeless animals. It's an event you can bring your pet to, so if you have a well-behaved dog and you like to go out with your dog, this is the event for you. So give us a call at 240-773-5967 or visit us on the web at mchumane.org.
Well, that does it for this edition of County Report this week. But remember, we do want to hear from you. Share your ideas on the county's social media site, engage.montgomerycountymd.gov. Just one of the topics being discussed this week, how the county can do a better job of making those residents of diverse backgrounds feel more welcomed and accepted. Please feel free to give us your thoughts. That does it for County Report. I'm Susan Kennedy. Have a great week.